Hi, I'm Russ Fowler, and you're watching another episode of Tips and Advice for Weddings and Events. And today we're with Jeff, the silent chef here. Jeff here is really known for being a silent chef.
Yeah, right.
He doesn't talk much, so we hope to get something out of him today. No, just kidding. But anyway, how did that become, or how did you come up with that name? What's the story behind that? Do people ask you that, or just me?
They do ask me that all the time, which is kind of funny. It's kind of the opposite. I kind of talk a lot because there's a lot for me to say. But originally that was for our oven-to-table platters that we did, where we would bring it and deliver to the house, where the chefs prepared it here at our kitchen, and then we would they would have a home-cooked meal at their home.
Oh, so thus you're not there?
Hence the silent chef. But now it's really our food speaks for itself.
Is this something you've had as a passion your whole life, or is it something you just recently got into?
Well, actually, no. I've had a passion my whole life for culinary cuisines. Third generation chef. Both my grandfather, great-grandfather were master pastry chefs, and then I went into international cuisines and was one of the youngest chefs to graduate at the culinary school in San Francisco, CCA. Worked here at the Ritz-Carlton as one of their youngest chefs at the time. I also have a degree in nutrition, was a private chef in West Hollywood Hills. I was a food critic for Orange County Concierge Association. Then after all that, I decided to open my own company about 6 years ago. And then we started off small, and then we worked our way up. And we do specialize in in-home weddings, catering, birthday parties, off-site events, and it's a passion that I've always had, and I think I got that from my my family.
So you're one of the top 5 chefs in Orange County?
Yeah, last year we were in 4th place for the OC Hot List, and that's basically where all past clients and brides in the past had voted for me and nominated me for one of their favorite caterers.
So Jeff, in the catering business, what are the trends that you're seeing now with brides when they come to you?
The personalities are shining through. And the trends are basically listening to their ideas and thoughts and customizing it, because I would say like 10 or 15 years ago, it was pretty much cookie cutter standard. You had a buffet or a sit down dinner for a half hour, and then you had a very structured to it. Father of the bride dance, and then you had cake cutting, and then dancing, and everybody went home. So nowadays, I think people are also being cost effective and trying to figure out ways to where they can save money, and at the same time having visions and putting that to reality. So now it's kind of like there's so many different things that we can do. It's just listening to their ideas and thoughts. And I think the new trends nowadays is anything goes. They can do whatever they want, how they want to do it, and they just want to have a really good time with their family and friends. We can do as little or as much as they want. So sometimes they have everything all lined up, and then we're just coming in to do the food part of it. And sometimes some brides come in and they actually are starting from scratch, where then we actually help them and direct them and give them ideas. And sometimes I like that, because then what happens is I'm letting them know everything about what they need to do, and then at least they have all the information needed, and then they can make those decisions, versus them coming in and, say for instance, already having a venue, and sometimes that venue doesn't provide tables and chairs, or you have to be out by a certain time, or you're not allowed to use the kitchens, or you can't use the bathrooms. Those are all in like fine print sometimes. They just get excited about the overall look of the venue, and they don't see the fine print sometimes. And then once they put their deposit down, then they start to realize, and then sometimes that venue which they paid for, they actually have to pay a lot more just to be able to fill it or to do what they need to do. And that's where brides sometimes get in trouble.
Are you known for a certain style of food?
I'm actually known for customizing, creating my menus, and I'm very flexible, where I can listen to them and listen to their visions and ideas, and then what we do is we work with it. I like being able to customize, create, and be unique, and I love the fact that when they have their families and friends come to their wedding, that it's something different that they see. I mean, a lot of my stuff I have handcrafted and made just for my company, so it's stuff that no one else has ever seen.
So what kind of tips would you offer a couple who's planning their wedding?
Well, I think one of the biggest tips I can give brides when they're coming and planning their wedding is to kind of know of a budget they have, and to know that to be flexible of what they're going to be doing.
Really nice talking with you today, Jeff.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed hearing tips and advice for weddings and events in regard to catering.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's nice spending time with you today.
Thank you.
So thank you for watching another episode of the Abode Collective channel here about tips and advice for weddings and events. Today we were with Jeff, the silent chef, and he's not so silent after all. But next week we'll have another video for you. So if you liked this video today, if it helped you, and hopefully it did, then please subscribe to our channel. And we'll look forward to seeing you again soon.